Turning now to a new study from the University of New Mexico that shows the alarming rate at which microplastics, yes, microplastics, may be building up in our bodies. The study specifically finds that microplastics are concentrating in human brains. That feels worrisome. According to researchers, the amount of microplastics in analyzed brains rose by about 50% from 2016 to 2024. It means the average brain could contain about 7 grams of microplastics, which is roughly the same weight as a plastic spoon. Joining us now, writer with The New Yorker and New York Magazine, Carolyn Cormont. She is the author of a new piece for New York Magazine titled, "There's a Spoon's Worth of Plastic in Our Brains. Now what?" Carolyn, good to see you this morning. I should note that as I read the introduction there were horrified gasps here in the studio. So, Carolyn, explain to us, how is this plastic getting in our brains and how worried should we be about it?
Sure. It's great to be here. So microplastics are materials that are formed when plastic breaks down or sheds in our environment. And so we either ingest it in the food or that we eat, or the water that we drink, or other beverages, or we inhale it because the most prevalent type of microplastic is microfiber, and that is extremely light, and it's lofted into the air, and it's in the air we breathe. So once we inhale or ingest these plastics, if they're small enough, they'll be absorbed into our bloodstream, and then they can go anywhere in our body, including into our brains. They accumulate seemingly more in our brains because plastics like fat. They bond well with fat, and our brains happen to be very fatty.
Carolyn Elise Jordan here. I was shocked, frankly, by some of the measures that the experts that you talked to for this really great deep dive about what is really a public health crisis, their measures that they take in their own lives to avoid plastics. Can you talk a little bit about those who know the most about this issue, how they approach it in their daily life?
Absolutely. Well, one thing that's important to note first is that no individual action is going to be sufficient here. We need, a global cap on plastic production. 40% of the plastic that is produced annually is disposable, single-use plastic. That's not the stuff we need. There are some plastics that are really important that we need. Saying all that, on an individual level, some of the scientists I spoke to, they won't microwave plastic. That's like a big no-no. That's just something you should avoid doing. Heating stuff up in plastic, especially in the microwave, is just a good thing to avoid. And it can definitely reduce the burden on our bodies of microplastics and the chemicals that they leach. Also, disposable water bottles contain something like 240,000 microplastics, micro and nanoplastics, I should say. It's actually 100 times more than was previously thought, according to some new research last year. So just drink from the tap, get a filter for your tap water, but avoiding bottled water disposable bottled water is a great idea. Store your food in glass, in metal, not in plastic, because plastic, like our skin, is always releasing, like cells. Plastics as well are kind of constantly shedding.
Caroline, this is Simone Sanders Townsend. I have copious notes right here about all the things you're saying, and I'm going to buy glassware for the kitchen. My husband is probably mortified as we speak. How dangerous are the microplastics? Like, what are the health risks here? Because I hear you saying no disposable water bottles, not microwaving in plastic. These are things that many of us do every single day.
Sure, of course. Again, it really, we need to make bigger structural changes in terms of waste management, putting a cap on plastics. However, there are these individual things we can do, and the health risks are still unclear. This is a new field of research. It's really challenging research to figure out just how these microplastics are affecting our bodies or the effect, but there is like a mounting amount of correlative evidence, and so microplastics in our bodies have been linked to cardiovascular disease, to colon cancer, which is on the rise among adults under 55. I think the rate has doubled among younger adults. Lung cancer, dementia, infertility. And then there's also the chemicals that these microplastics are leaching into our bodies, and some of the most common chemicals are these endocrine disruptors, which we've heard about, like BPA or other bisphenols or phthalates. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. There was a delay. I was just going to say to Simone, by the way, Simone, Mika's been talking about this to me for like 6 months now. So if you want to get even more freaked out, talk to Mika. She will walk you through this. But Carolyn, the thing that you talked about how it's going to require a pretty significant change now that we're learning about microplastics, because once Mika started talking about plastic water bottles and started talking about all these other things. You know, if let's say you get something from Uber Eats or some delivery service, or even if you just take out, usually you get your meal and it's hot and it's in a plastic container. And of course, that plastic is leaching off into whether it's your spaghetti or whether it's your chicken or whatever it is. So talk about how, as we move forward and we're learning this, that plastic leaches off into our food, into our air, just how expansive the changes are going to have to be, whether it's from restaurants or even how we drink water. I mean, moving beyond water bottles into glass or some other container.
Consumers can drive change, and so it's pushing for disposable plastic bans, bans on these takeout containers, asking your restaurants to offer other materials, drinking your water out of a metal water bottle, reusable water bottle. There are other materials. There are ways forward. And last year, over 900 scientists pushed for an international treaty that would end plastic pollution by 2040. And this, in part, requires chemical simplification and a cap on plastic production from the corporations, the industry. So there does need to be some really major change going forward. It's not an easy problem, but there are ways.
The eye-opening new piece is online now for New York Magazine writer Carolyn Cormont. Carolyn, thank you so much. Simone Sanders Townsend, thank you as well. Happy shopping.